Well, we're part of that statistic. We're part of that 45%.
Yeah. Go into your experience.
Yes. My fourth birth, I was going to attempt a home birth with a certified nurse midwife. In Illinois, in order for a home birth to be legal, it has to be attended by a certified nurse midwife that is overseen by an OB, and my midwife was. So one of my biggest fears about a home birth, and I've had one before. I had one with our third, went uneventfully, was wonderful. That's why I wanted to do it again with our fourth. But one of my biggest fears, and I had this all through my third pregnancy, was what happens if there's a cord prolapse, which a cord prolapse is when the umbilical cord comes out first before the baby comes out. Extremely rare thing that happens. It happens in like 1% of births, so it's very, very rare. Often happens when your water breaks initially, that maybe the baby's not in quite the best position and that cord slips through. This is much higher risk when the baby's in a position like a breached position or something. When that happens, it is an emergency. Like, you need to be in the operating room yesterday, because that cord, once it hits room temperature, it will start to contract because it thinks it's born. And also the pressure from other baby parts pushing down on the birth canal cuts off oxygen to the baby. So you end up having high incidences of hypoxia and babies just not doing well after a cord prolapse. So it is an emergency. And usually it involves a nurse sticking their hand up your vagina, pushing whatever the presenting part is way up, back up inside of you without squishing the cord, because you don't want to squish it even more, until they can cut that baby out of you. So that was my biggest fear, because I know in the hospital that doesn't turn out the greatest. And so when I asked my midwife that, she told me what we would do if that happened at home, but basically also told me, if that happens at home, the outcome's not going to be great.